I found the link at 3:17 a.m. It was buried at the bottom of a forgotten forum thread with a title in all caps. "You're on camera." No context, no replies, just the link and a smiley face. I was scrolling through my phone in the dark, trying to fight off that vague sense of unease that clings to silence. I tapped it before I even registered what I was doing. It led to a live stream. The title bar just said "Live, 3 viewers." The thumbnail was what stopped me. It was a grainy still of my bedroom. From above, a perfect top-down view. There's no camera in my ceiling, no vents, no recessed fixtures, no smoke detector that could possibly be rigged to stream. But there I was, asleep. I recognized the crumpled sweatshirt at the end of my bed, the way the sheet was tangled around my legs, the glow-in-the-dark star stickers I never bothered to peel off. My position was exactly how I'd lain down just hours earlier, on my side, one arm crooked under my head. My chest went cold. I live alone. I sat there frozen, watching myself sleep in real time. The timestamp showed the stream had started at 11:59 p.m., a few minutes before midnight. I'd definitely still been awake then, tossing and turning, still restless. I scrubbed the stream back to the start. There I was, turning side to side, adjusting the blanket. Then around 12:34 a.m., something changed. I froze. Not in real life, in the stream. My sleeping body stopped moving completely. Even the gentle rise and fall of my chest paused for several long, awful seconds. Then I sat up. Perfectly, straight up, like my spine was being reeled in by a hook. My face was slack, but my body moved with eerie precision. One foot slid off the bed, then the other. I stood, turned toward the corner of the room, and walked out of frame. For almost 30 minutes, the feed showed only my empty bed. Then the screen twitched, the frame flickered, and I reappeared, standing perfectly still next to the bed, facing the ceiling, head tilted so far back it looked unnatural. I stayed like that for a full minute, then slowly lay back down, adjusting myself into the exact position I had been in before I moved. The timestamp was now just after 1 a.m. I scrubbed ahead, hoping for something to explain it. Hoping to find signs of editing, of someone staging the footage, anything. But the stream continued, uneventful, as I remained perfectly still until dawn. I closed the tab and opened my camera app. I turned the lens on myself, same position, same clothes, but something was different. My face felt tight, like it had been smiling for too long. I checked my reflection in the mirror. Nothing out of place. But when I moved, there was a delay. Not a lag, exactly. More like a hesitation. Like my reflection was reconsidering what I had asked it to do. Then from my phone, a notification. A comment on the live stream. "He's awake now." I turned the screen back on. The live stream was still running. Still showing my bedroom. Only now I wasn't sleeping. I was sitting at my desk, wearing what I was wearing now. Typing. In the exact posture I had at that moment. I watched myself blink in the stream, raise a hand to my chin. Then I raised my own hand, instinctively to check. But the version on the stream didn't. It just stared at the camera, then smiled. A slow, deliberate smile that crept upward like it had to be peeled on. And then it waved. My real hand twitched. It was as if something inside me was reacting to a command I hadn't given. A half-second delay. A glitch in the mirror of my own control. I unplugged my router. The stream kept going. I powered down my phone. The screen flashed back on. Another comment appeared. "He knows we're watching now. He's almost ready." I dropped the phone. In the corner of the room, I heard the faintest sound. A soft creak like a footstep. Or maybe something shifting in the ceiling. I haven't slept since. But when I close my eyes, I see it. Not a dream. Not a memory, a perspective. The same top-down view. And I'm lying in bed again. Still. waiting. The final broadcast began before I realized what was happening. There was no ping, no subject line, just my screen already on, streaming. The same ceiling angle view of my room, but everything was wrong this time. The colors were off, slightly muted like the palette of a dream already slipping away. The shadows were too deep. The corners of the room stretched outward, warped slightly, as if filmed through a lens not made for human eyes. The camera wasn't in the ceiling anymore, it was behind my eyes. That's the only way I can explain it. The angle tracked my every movement before I made it. My hands reached for the mug a second before I decided to reach. I blinked and the camera flinched first. My breath hitched and the feed showed my throat tighten before the air even left my lungs. I wasn't watching a stream. I was watching my own mind process being watched. And then, a ripple in the screen. Not static, not glitch, just a shimmer like heat on pavement. The image on the feed paused, but I didn't. My body kept moving in real time. My eyes flicked to the lamp. I scratched my shoulder, but in the stream I was frozen. A perfect still image. Then another me stepped into frame. This second version walked with confidence, identical in every feature, every flaw, except its eyes. They weren't eyes, they were pits, circular wells of depthless static, smooth and unblinking. It knelt beside the frozen me in the stream, tilted its head, studied me. Then with glacial care it entered, just sank into the paused figure like smoke slipping into a glass. One layer at a time. My limbs shivered as if reacting to a chill. And then the feed caught up, playing again, but now with the static-eyed twin fully seated behind the controls. That was when my phone shut off completely. Hard power off. And yet, the hum began again. Not from the walls this time. Not from my body, from the room. It didn't echo or bounce. It filled every inch of space at once, like the air itself had become solid sound. My nose bled instantly, just a line of red down my lip, thin and warm. I tasted iron. My knees buckled. I crawled toward the exit. The hallway stretched. Of course it did. The grain of the floor warped beneath me, repeating in looped patterns like bad texture mapping in a broken game. The same knot in the wood passed under my hand 4, 5, 6 times. I wasn't getting closer, and something was catching up behind me. No footfalls, just gravity shifting. Like a large mass reconfiguring itself to fit through my reality. I pulled myself up, gasping, faced the mirror by the door. And it was there, not me, not anymore. The figure had finished sinking. It wore my body, but it wasn't a reflection. It stood on its own side, real, present. The features were all correct, but the skin didn't move right. It pulsed as though stretched over something boiling just beneath the surface. It raised one hand. I flinched. Then it reached forward, not into the room but into the mirror. Its fingers pressed through the glass like it was water, like the surface tension had dissolved, and it grabbed something. Me. My chest burned. I staggered back, shirt clinging with sudden cold. I pulled it up. A handprint. Perfect. Dark. Pressed just over my heart. And beneath that I could feel it. A second heartbeat. Faint. Sinking. I haven't slept since. I don't think I can. The moment I close my eyes, I feel it rising behind them. The camera angle resets, the breath stutters, the static mouth forms into something that feels like mine. I disconnected every device, broke my phone, smashed the mirrors, moved into a hotel with no internet. And yet, this morning on the hotel TV turned off, screen black, I saw myself, the feed, still streaming. Only this time the angle wasn't top down. It was first person, from my eyes. And behind the eyes, the static twin, smiling. It's not broadcasting me anymore, I'm broadcasting it, and it's almost ready to take your place too.